Welcome, guys, to this weekly live trading. Well, it should have been. Didn't crush it this week, but nevertheless. John is asking, how are ya? I'm doing well. Had a lovely week. Had a lovely week. And we're going into weekend, so it should be good. And I just need to find my phone and see what you guys are listening to. Are you fun? Listening to the same thing as well? And then I just share this thing to my community of traders. So yeah, how are you guys? Please let me know, how was your week? Did you get any profits? So yeah, how was it, mates, girls, boys? Closing candle of the month. Yep. You're very worried about Sunday. Why are you worried about Sunday, Johnny? Like, yeah. Just trying to find the control, how it should be. Oh, but why did you sell gold? Like, what's that all about, Johnny? Damn. Little Johnny, why did you do that? You weren't supposed to do that, were you? Well, I guess. I understand. So I'm just trying to figure out this sound thing. Yeah, but like, at all, selling at all, it's like, why? Like, even being on the thought of selling. Look at Gopi giving away some of his profits. Look at that. Look at who is taking advantage of what I'm telling you guys. You know what that means? That means Gopi is the best. That also means Gopi is showing you what you should do. Hi, Walter. How are you? And if Amir ever comes here, he was the king. If you guys were in my Discord this week, oh my! What did he do? Like, he bought dollar, US dollar, pound, euro, dollar. He sold euro CAD, euro New Zealand. Like, he was like bought euro CAD. He was on fire this week. No stop loss, and he had like 5 or 6 different pairs this week. And those troubles hit, basically. Can you look at pound yen? So, hi Mason. What I want to do first is we go through gold. I want to help out this dude called Johnny. Okay? So we will go through that. We'll go through Aussie dollar, Aussie CAD, pound yen, and all those things. But just help out a boy here, right? 700 pips for Amir, or give or take that around. Yeah. 700 pips, people, in 1 week. Just because he listened to me. Where is that emoji? If you guys are annoyed by the music, I don't really bother about it. But anyways, just as if it's too loud. Okay, cool, gold. What are you thinking here? Okay, that's the top. That's the bottom. That's a lower high. Okay. That means selling pressure. Cool. So now at this point we are bearish. Cool. That means the next thing to happen is a new lower low. That did not happen. So we're not bearish anymore. As long as this 1900 and 1880 is holding, we are not bearish. We are now looking at higher lows compared to those ones. So now, given those, we're now bullish. 4 hourly. And then the other part is, then you need higher high and higher lows. You kind of got that today here. It hasn't really been anything at all this week until maybe today. Okay? What's that kind of music, people? Could I be done? Look at armor, the king is here. Let's bow down. So then now I will look into buys, okay? So Johnny, don't feel sad about it. Well, you might feel bad about your sell, but you shouldn't have sold it, and I wouldn't even sell it. Even if it's sold off here, I wouldn't even sell it. So yeah. Coolio, guys. That's that. Pound yen was requested for as well by Amir. So, what's that all about, people? Price has made a new high. Price has come back. We're bullish. Where's the weekly? Crashed it! Boom. Cool. Crushed it. Now, what do you do now? September is coming. Boom, more profits. And I want to turn more of you guys into GoP who is sending 20 CADs because he got profits. And Amir got 700 pips this week. What else? I don't know. I haven't asked my students, but I guess there is more out there. The other part is right now, that is now your buy zone of this resistance, technical analysis. Yeah. And then the question becomes, does that now turn to a higher high? Or does it break 140? Can you guys hear the music? I feel like this is the correct music for right now. Unstoppable. That's what it's called. That's what we are. So, what is really going on? What is happening? What are we doing? So, yeah. Support basically coming in. That's that. That's all. And we shall see what happens next. Yep. So, yep. Let's continue. What's the target, mates? 43. Are we looking to 43 for September? Oh yeah, we are. Maybe even higher. Let's go, mates. What was happening this week was, this was the buy zone. Did you get some profit entries maybe in this area after this new high? You were able to catch it up here, take profit, get out, go home. If you didn't enter here or here, you're too late. You need to change your process if you're buying pound yen. Okay, cool. That's pound yen for you guys. Amazing week. If you were a seller this week, that's where you sold. You got out at break even. Nothing lost. You should have 0. Cool. I don't know why I felt like trance music today, but cool. Next one is EG. Or whatever it's called. Isn't trance? Or electronic, I think. What's the next entry? Well, the next entry was today. Your plan A was today. At 140 or 139.50. I am looking at pound yen. Go play. Give or take, yeah. So yeah, those ones. That is plan A. Oops, maybe wrong. All right, awesome. Then, what's the target? 130. What was it? 143, give or take. So yeah, pound dollar plays. Yeah, we'll do pound dollar. Okay. So that is plan A. And then if that doesn't happen, then that. And if this goes continue, you take the next lows, and then we are going higher. Pound dollar is whoop, 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 going higher. You have a re-entry here, you have a re-entry here, and if you're a buyer, straightforward, nothing else, nothing new. How was the target this week? Boom! Amazing. Another one. If you were a seller, that was your sell point, and you should be out by BE. If you were a buyer, you should be in minimally 150 pips. What's the next, you might ask? 132.62 if you get it, if you're lucky. I think that's maybe the luckiest thing you can get today, and if not, 131.60. Pound Swissy, Danielle. Ooh, all right, cool. Thank you, guys. So who is pumped up for Sunday? If this is what we can do in 1 week, what can we do in September? up to 135.5, give or take. We are bullish, we're not bearish, we were ranging, that's cool. Now we have broken out, now we're going up. It can turn lower, yes it can for September, but currently we are more bullish than bearish. And I only got 4 likes on that, people. What did I do to deserve that? Yeah, okay, so you have you, Josh, that's cool. Just reading some comments. Thank you, Mohammed. May new week wins with your help. Cool. Live. No, I don't really feel it. Cool, going back. So yeah, I think that's that. It's bullish. If you're selling it, please step away. For now, we are going. And then next one, we have done pound yen. We were going to do Euro New Zealand because Amir requested for it, and he's a mentorship student of mine. And if you want to be in the mentorship course, congratulations. If you want to be, you are highly welcomed. It seems to me we're just taking away all the profits that was getting generated. Ooh, that's a lot of pullback. What happened? Love trading Aussie CAD. I was trading USD CAD and learning phase. Then realized USD CAD is more of a window maker pair. Aussie CAD is comparatively safe and get less attention from traders and banks. So yeah, that's a different thing, Josh. That you might get more random trades because that's not what really moves the market. So yeah, okay, so you're New Zealand. I'm looking into like 50%, 61.8, whatever. This area here would be okay, good. To look for some kind of reversal. I don't think you have got that yet, so we're done. Don't go down to 1 hour, nothing. 5 minutes, I don't know, nothing yet. So maybe 5 minutes, but 1 hour don't have any reversals yet. To clarify, just to look at this trend where that's the first fall. Oops, that wasn't the second fall. That's the second fall. So that is definitely slowing down if you just compare those falls together. So it seems to me this is just TPing and then you will take it back up again. But I don't know really after that for your New Zealand. After this move up, yeah, shall see. But yeah, that's what we're looking into as a buyer. Okay, good on you. Aussie CAD, we can do right now. Right now, we did it. I was completely wrong on this one this week, and I do apologize if you did sell Aussie CAD. My apologies. But now, as you can see, Australia is rising and there's nothing you can do about it. Is there any sell points this week? Yeah. There was maybe one at M3, but you really wanted that central, and then you go out maybe at 50 pips. It's loss. Okay, cool. No worries. Didn't break the bank. Now as a buyer, you're just buying dips, potentially taking profit here or rising. Next week, you're just waiting down to 95.50 and then back up again. Okay. Oh, GoP, I didn't see that. Sorry. Silver for GoP. Sorry, GoP. Not it's my fault. First of all, range bound this week. Is that a breakout? I wouldn't classify that as a breakout yet. It's not clear. So since it's like rainbow, not rainbow, but it's range bound here, that is not clear to the moon. It can rise from now on. Cool, 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 cool. But it's just that. Okay. Yeah. We are still looking, but I would still want more high kind of situation more than what we're getting right now. Is that cool? Awesome. So we will plan this tomorrow, I guess. Jeez. Just kill it. Something like that, or something like that. So that's kind of up to you guys. What do you want to see? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? But I don't like that, so we'll just wait for it to come. But it was up 4% today, apparently. 4.7, so that's something. 4.15, sorry. My bad. So, okay, cool. GC, talking in the Discord channel. Cool that you're live. Thank you. Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. So yeah, what's next, brothers and sisters? USD Swissy. Okay, first from beginning, all the way from beginning. DJ Gold was done. That's good. Perfect, but a little pumpy. Yeah, I want to be. I'm pumped up today. This was a fantastic week. So, yeah. And if you're still buying Aussie CAD, you can. I guess you can still hold it. Johnny, we need to talk, Johnny. Please go into my Discord and I want to help you out. Can you look at pound yen? I did that. Pound dollar, we did that. Euro dollar, we can do euro dollar. Euro dollar is interestingly risen and then stopped. Okay. So what are you? Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Well, we are buyers. We're not sellers. Okay, cool. So today, you might ask, that is a buy zone. And then we will find the weekly buy zone. That is about the same price. So you can expect price to come back down to 1850. If price comes back down to 1850, that is your buy zone for next week and next month. But though, this webinar does not contain any investment advice. It's only for educational purposes, and I'm only saying my opinion. There's only myself entitled to, and it's not to because it to be making you do any trades at all. because it's risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is due to future results, and whatever money invested today can be lost tomorrow. Yeah. Euro dollar. Yes. I meant Widowmaker earlier. Pound yen, right? Kevin says thanks. And Debug Dunks ask about American indices, bro. Well, yo, bro. I don't know what bro you are from, but bro, we will do it. But I can say bro because I'm not in that culture. But anyways, apart from being bro, but in Norway, what do we say in Norway? We say buddy, and we say bror. Bror. That's more Shang than anything else. But yeah, let's do that. So this area, 1850, is your price to look for if you get it, and if you don't chase it. Then you're looking for a pullback, rise, and here you get it again. And then you do it again, and then you do it again. And then you're like, but as long as the euro pound is bullish, you are most likely going to buy it. But the question here is, that's the sell point, and this is the buy point. So somewhere, if you buy in here, you're most likely going to lose because price can come down here. And I think that's where they really found resistance this time around. I didn't see that earlier today, but okay, cool. So if you have your buy price down here, then you're safer than buying right now. Hola, amigo. For silver, Teddy, I still want a break higher before I'm really confident about the bullishness. And for gold, we are maybe breaking out higher now for some kind of bullishness again. So it's a bit weirdo, but yeah. What's the target for euro pound? No, euro dollar, sorry. I think we're looking at 122 still. Good. Then we have this lovely guy called Wally. He wants New Zealand dollar. US dollar. Woo! Oh, where is that sound again? Unstoppable. Boom. Cool. So, for New Zealand. Come on, too much music. What you want to look for here is you want to look for some kind of pullback, because this one just hit weekly target. Boom. And this one looks very strong. All pairs are the boom this week. Well, I should have a t-shirt that said boom, or like a button or something to hit. Like. So, if you're like wondering what to do about New Zealand dollar, US dollar, pull back. That's what you want to do. You don't buy highs, right? So, whatever you feel like it. And if it starts come crashing down, I don't know. I don't think it will crash down because this one's been ranging and doing stupid stuff for a long time now. So this one's really falling behind. That's all. Cool. I can't guarantee that you will get a pullback, by the way. And don't be extremely afraid or angry if you don't. But if you really want an entry, then where do you find pullbacks? 5 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's do that exercise then. You go to 15. Okay, cool. 1 entry, 2 entries, 3 entries. That's 4 entries. Okay, cool. If you don't have it in 1 hour, you can find it in 15. I still have it, but I want to keep them. What's the target, mate? Oh, you're really struggling with me right now. For the month it's 68, but what about 70? Is that not a good deal? I don't know. It's too high, maybe. We are actually at the high of 2020. So yeah, let's do 69. That is 200. That's 170 pips. Okay, isn't that amazing? Well, we just have to keep rising as long as we're still. The reason why I aim for that part, people, is, you know what I see here. Wait. There it is. Okay, cool. We are still bullish. As long as we see this and not that, we're still bullish. About Euro USD, I read that non-COT reached extreme levels. I should be worried about a reversal, but trend is bullish. We will only know in a couple of hours. But also remember what the Fed did yesterday. They just changed the policy. Okay. What does that mean? That means we're not only going to be 2% at any given time, we're going to be average. What does that mean? That means for a longer time, we can be 2.2, 1.8, and there is more stimulus for a longer time. That means we're going to go even higher. Okay, that means the time that we will spend will be longer. But then you're like, yes, it's at extreme. Yes, it can fall. But that's why we have stop losses. Shruk but says, what do you think? What, sorry, Sharup asked about gold. What do you think about gold? Please, again, in detail. I am still looking to buy. It's still not very straightforward buy. I still want to be a bit more bullish, and it wasn't bullish until today. So I would wait out Monday and see what happens to it. Very specifically, it is not yet a straightforward buy. Okay? But if you want to buy gold, go buy gold. But I don't find it straightforward at the moment. It's a bit wonky. What do I mean by that? Indecisive. So, what do I think about New Zealand dollar, US dollar? I think we have breached this high, and if we start falling, I don't know how far we will fall. But I also think that the trend is your friend, and we are reaching higher highs. That's what we'll look into, and not being afraid of this falling. It might fall, but is that what you're going to plan for? If you're driving a car, are you planning for crash or your destination? Are you planning for crash or your destination? You're planning for your destination. You don't plan for it to crash, do you? So why do we plan for the crash? We don't plan for the crash. Yes, we understand that it might be extreme, but it might even go better. But I have gone through it in this live, and I see sometimes throughout my lives I do things twice. I don't want to do this twice. That's why it's bearish, that's why it's bullish, so it's still holding bullish momentum. It is still reaching higher, yes, and it wasn't bullish until it breached this level here of 1954. I will then look for the pullback. There it is. And you want me to get another pullback before you start buying again. And not until then you are going likely to buy. If you're a seller, get out. Thank you. You're good. Abbas, let me put it differently. Price-wise, we are bullish because it's still holding the bullishness. Okay, it didn't breach this level, but technical analysis also tells me this: we were range bound this week. That is not a trend. And then we're getting into also resistance here. So if you want to buy support as a buyer, you want price to come back to 1954. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. And if it falls from here, what do you say then? Well, there was bearish then. Well, okay. Cool. Not aggressive, just wondering. Euro, yen, and JPY in general. Euro yen is actually very nice at the moment. Very nice, very nice. It came back to support. Ooh. Did I buy it here? Maybe I should buy it here. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like that. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. I like to move it, move it. Because this is the bullishness. If it's holding that level, we're all cool. But if it breaks, oh. So this is the thing about the Prime Minister of Japan is cool. He's sick, so he wants to resign, but nobody has been assigned to his job yet. So we're still wondering who is going to get into the job. So the risk got in and started getting the yen more bullish, but it hit the weekly take profit. Boom. Okay, cool. So what do we do then? Well, you look for new support and you buy it back up again. If you're a seller, I wouldn't sell it. So what is my take on USD, Euro, Yen? I think it's going to go up. Anytime, I think it's going to go up. But I might be wrong. Cool. Abbas. No worries, Abbas, no worries. Maybe if I'm tired and I came across as crushed or whatever. Starfire, thank you for following me. So yeah, what else? It prices at support. Look for some kind of reversal. Maybe wait for a new higher high, and then on Sundays buy if it happens. If not, just wait for it to come back again. Okay, cool. I don't know what else what I should say. Stupid autocorrect speller in my phone. Oh, you're talking about a window maker, Josh. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. So indices. So I said we'd do indices. So which should we do? We should do the S&P 500. Cool. Still reaching higher. Pull back buy. Then we have NatGas. No, not 100. No, that's 100. That's very sideways by the people. That's another one. Still bullish. Look at that. I said up. Didn't go so well though, but still up. Still made. Since I did that last time, I'm not going to joke, but that's 7% up. Cool. Okay, cool. You know what time it is. It's chocolate and coffee time. It's 21:40. I've been talking for 41 minutes. Cool. So we do US oil then. Since Wall is going, we're going to do his favorite pair. Another one. Boom. Maybe we should do that each time then. Okay, wait. Cool. So that's US oil. He bought it. He took profit. Cool. What's happening next? Not really more than that. If it breaks below 42.50, that's not positive, so don't look for that. If you're a seller, that's cool. If you're a buyer, you don't want to price to go lower than here. The other one is 41.50. Was it 40.50 maybe? I had. That didn't happen. So, okay, cool. Keep whatever you're doing, US oil, and we will be fine. Can we see USD? Yeah, we can. I just need to do something else in the beginning. So, US oil is mildly bullish. USD CAD. Boom. Okay, cool. Sell, sell, sell. Take profit. Get out. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 entries. 4 entries. Okay, cool. Doesn't need to watch to do that. And then USDZAR. Somebody else also always requesting for USDZAR. I will do USDZAR just very quickly. Just how it looks like. Cool. Then we are looking for bearish movements here. What is the bearish movements here? That is here, that is here, that is here, that is here. And take profit, sell again next week. Cool. What was it? USD yen? Okay. So this one is a bit more difficult. I want to remind you, trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone, and choosing the wrong trades is also a part of the thing, because this is not a trend, my beautiful people, that I love so dearly. Okay. What is novice? Actually, I have to Google that. Like, are you newbie then? Novices. That means a person too inexperienced in a job. Okay, cool. I will do that for you, lovely Teddy. Since Teddy is such a lovely person, I will reply to him by saying, you need to look at oil and you need to look at global growth estimates and what the market believes is a global growth. So that means you also need to look into reports from what is it, EMF, World Bank, and OPEC, EIA, International Energy Bureau, and those ones in together, and of course BOE. So once you now start to understand what really they want oil and energies to do, then you go to, for example, you want to find something weak against the dollar, so you will mostly then look at US dollar CAD. And look at that, beautiful people. We have a bearish trend. So, since you're so beautiful, DFI, you are always, maybe on the 4-hour or whatever you want to, which time frame you want to use, you're just marking yourself up. As you make a new low, 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 you always look for sell. You look for sells. You look for sells. I didn't plan this, so that wasn't cool. But in a downtrend, as long as it doesn't make a new higher high. This one was challenging, yes, but it didn't make a new higher high. So at this point, if it doesn't go above 32 flat, you are still shorting at resistance. Okay? Then another one's at weak, maybe CAD yen. So you would be looking to buy CAD yen. CAD yen hasn't been perfect. But then you would look to find support. Sounds like it is right now. Doesn't need to be. But if it then breaks below 80, you're like, I don't like that anymore. Okay. But that's really where you would love price to be. And then you will look to buy it. As long as you then believe, this is all depends on you believing CAD will go up. And then you look for something that is weak and is going to continue to be weak for the next 1 month, 1 quarter, or 1 year. And as long as it's still bullish, you are still looking for those support levels. So you can say that's a support level or that's a support level, but you don't want to break 80. And then you want to see a new higher high. And as long as it still breaks higher, you are still looking for those buys. That's how I would do it. So where do you find the information? I did say those websites. What else did I do? Where did I put it? Anyways, so you need to look into risk sentiment and also follow, for example, fxstreet.com. If you go here to institutional research, and then you go to, okay, Canada, everything that has to do with Canada. Okay, cool. Then you start reading those comments, and then you kind of pile them up. And as long as you also have your fundamental bias, as you know how, as I've showed you in the course how to do it, and that just becomes a big pile of information. And then you're like, okay, bullish, 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 or whatever it is, bearish, bullish. And then you take the average or where the biggest pull is and think, okay, then you make up your own opinion. Are we going to be better in 1 year or worse than in a year? And that should make up your mind. And then you should follow institutional research things. So GDP Q2 was better than feared. So you're looking for those recoveries in GDP, in CPI, and all that. And you might change if CPI doesn't pick up. You're welcome. Is that a good explanation, people? Like, can I give a like for that? Or I only have 11 likes today, apparently. So, was that good? Last question, why is US and UK oil so different from last week, where it normally is some sort of the same? Wally, there is a hurricane, 2 hurricanes going to shore in the Caribbean that made the oil platform close down in the is it the Gulf? Is that the Gulf? Gulf? At least in southern Texas, that would produce oil. So it's a natural disaster that makes the supply of gold oil, US oil, go down. I think that's quite good. And so how do you know that though? Well, you need to pay attention to news. And even like the regular news said that. So yeah, I think that's been forecasted. Like, so if you want to do oil, you need to look out for that as well. I will like on my 4 different YouTube accounts, and if I get out of work anytime soon. Gulf of Mexico, yeah. Sorry, Sammy. I know that there's Gulf in Middle East as well. So, you know, I'm just trying to think as fast as I can, and still keep this mouth talking. I almost thought Abba said I did 2 dislikes. I was like, what on earth did I just do now? Thank you, Abbas. And you know what? About the likes, I can have a lot of fun. I will stop talking about it. But for me, I don't really care. YouTube cares. That's what I should care. But for me, it's really the knowledge I give you and me helping you guys out should, for me, then is really the basis of why I'm here. So if I get 10 dislikes and 0 likes, okay, cool. I may need to change what I do. But as long as I know that I'm helping you, so I tried to help John today in the beginning. And that's what's really is important. So I only get 10 likes now. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened, but somebody took it away. Oh, Sammy. Oh, I really don't want to comment about that on YouTube. I really don't know if I'm going to be sued by the police. I can talk about it in Discord, I guess, but like I don't know what kind of details I'm allowed to say even, or if I should say anything at all. I don't want to be, was it sued for defamation or disrupting police investigation? But yes, it is true. My wife's neighbor was found dead today. I think that's everything I'm going to say today. Because I was in the news. Hi, Mason. Can you talk about pound yen? Well, I should do a story time, or my wife should do a story time on TikTok. And that, I guess, will be viral, not viral, but at least viral on TikTok because story times are popular and when people die as well. And who killed who? Who's the killer? Who's the murderer? Well, court hasn't told me yet, so I don't know. I've already gone over pound yen, Mason. I said that was the buy zone at 40 and 139. If you're a seller, get out. Please don't sell it. At least as long as it's not below 140. 140. And if you want a more detailed, there is in the big. Sammy, no. TikTok did not get banned in the US. They are trying, like, Microsoft is rising like 7% or something because they say they will try to buy it as well. And also, who was the other one? It was Microsoft and was it Walmart? Were they also going to have a stock in there? I can't remember. Like two. But yeah. So basically just trying to make it the American side of TikTok on American hands, and I think that's kind of shady political business. I don't really like that, but if that's what makes TikTok, I'm gonna go out, continue in America. Okay, cool. But I'm not into those politics. I think that's late. But you go you. Yeah, Walmart. Walmart and Microsoft are in the bid to buy the American side of it. But are they going to? That's a different case. But that's what Trump wants to do that, and then he warned about banning, never did. But it was just threatened them, I guess. Because there's a law in China that gives the authorities, intelligence services, access to data in any Chinese business if they request for, and nothing the business can do. And that's really the trouble. And we never know if they request and who did they request for. And so it's just a theoretical point of they could potentially give away data to the Chinese government without you knowing it, theoretically. What will they do about your data that you filmed your neighbor being hateful or whatever? Okay. Or what will it do about the video that you showed that you watered the plants, or you danced with your friends, or your dog jumped into the pool? Now in well, yeah, basically I think that's the thing really is to boost US stocks. In any famous application with a lot of users, Boost become most wanted app. Well, another thing to create demand is to make it limited. Think about that. If you say that you're going to ban something, then people will then be eager to get in before it closes down. And if you're then going to open up the shop all of a sudden a week later after banning it with a new company, with the new American owners, that's going to make it even more. And then you also get the publicity, so there's now more people being aware. Now it's just not 14-year-olds, now it's also grandmas and grandpas and mothers and daughters and all those people who are already on TikTok will now get more of those groups, demographics in. But yes, it's mostly for kids. So how does this come into Forex? It's political things. And political does drive markets. How? Trade war. The trade war between USA and China is still alive, just if you noticed. And it's also intensifying without us knowing it because nobody talks about it. So you have this China-US thing, retaliations, and God knows what else happens. But yeah. Are you guys in for... okay, so Norway, this is a bit sidetracked, but really interesting. In Norway, we just changed our CEO or the manager for our old fund, which is worth 10,000 billion kroner. Do you want to hear a story about how much you had to pay to get that job? Okay. So yes, for the hedge fund manager, yes, for oil fund manager. Because it's the oil fund, it's our oil money. But if you say no, I won't. Good evening, Peter. Sir, I didn't get your notification, sir, but go, sir. I have already done that. Okay, so Sammy says yes, then I will do that story. So this is currently a developing story, but it's a very interesting story. We have one of the most successful hedge fund managers okay, the most successful hedge fund manager that has Norwegian citizenship and being Norwegian. He is worth 5 billion kroner. That's his stock. In his own baby, his own company he created, AKO Capital in London. So his stock portfolio there is, or the worth of his share is 5 billion kroner. He also has 5 billion in his own money, because when you are a hedge fund manager, you need to have just as equal amount of money yourself as well as in your company, so you are always have something in your company. So to become the all fund manager, he had to sell his firm, his shares in the firm. He also has to get totally rid of any kind of investments in the financial markets just to become the all fund manager. So, since we have taxes in Norway, he would lose inflation-wise 125 million kroner every year, losing 125 million, losing every year. He also has to pay, what is it, 75 million in literally taxes for his wealth. And the 5 billion he has to put into whatever bank wants to take 5 billion. He won't get any interest on it. So he will lose on inflation. He will have to pay taxes to get a job that will pay him 6 to 7 million kroner a year. But he loses 200 million a year. So, do you want to take a job where you lose 200 million, and those money that you have, you can't invest it because you have to work when you're working for the government, you're working for the oil fund, you can't have personal connections in the market? I asked Amir about that and he wouldn't. But yeah. Sacrifice for the bigger goal. But yeah. But when we have 5 billion, like when you have 5 billion, you have enough money. But I find it disgraceful that he has to. I feel it is unfair for him to do it. It is the socialists in Norway, the Labour Party, and those people who couldn't have the theoretical. Because what the original plan was, he was supposed to set it away for somebody else to manage it. He wasn't able to talk to the person. He was just setting it away for that person to manage it. He won't see it. He won't talk to it. So as long as his money was at least generating profits and increasing, that wasn't good enough because he theoretically can talk to this person and theoretically has interest in the financial markets. So they made him either sack or never start a job, which is on Tuesday. Either never stop the job, or sell you out. Sounds like becoming US president. Pay stinks. Well, I don't know what Trump has done, but that guy. Well, I saw a documentary about Trump that he had so much loans to banks, so high loans, that they kept him afloat and never pulled him to bankruptcy because there was too much risk. So it was better to just keep him afloat than to file bankruptcy for him. And if you just put money into the stock market, just the index for S&P 500, you would have made lots of more money than he did. Anyways, politics. But imagine being the oil fund of Norway, the largest state-owned fund apparently, and you do what you love to do. You buy stocks, you buy bonds, you buy equities, you buy properties all year round, and you have 10,000 billion kroner to put somewhere. I found that interesting. So if you found that interesting, please say yes or give it a thumbs up or something. So yeah, that's actually a developing story, and that happened like this week. So that's that. Australian dollar, I think this is going to rise. Wait for the pullback or whatever. Do you buy stocks? I don't buy individual stocks, and I should. Well, DFI was supposed to help me with that, weren't you? Wasn't there a thing there, Teddy? No, I don't buy stocks, individual stocks, but I do. I do try. I try to buy the index. And all his stock market investments were from bank loans. Yeah. Well, in Norway, people are prosecuted for because one guy got 5 million kroner for Corona funds. He was charged for fraud the other day. So he applied for emergency funds from the Corona fund, and he got 5 million kroner. And the same day he bought stocks. And a couple of days later or whatever, the police came and arrested him. So, anyways, but yeah, you can do that. Buy Kodak. Yeah, that's so funny. It's literally so funny buying Kodak. Like, I thought Kodak was dead. You know what Kodak does? They were selling cameras. Like those of you, and then yeah, like it was a roll, and then you have to go to the shop, to the Kodak shop, to have them whatever they did to it, so to get the pictures out in physical paper. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't innovate. And what did they do now? They were going into pharma. They were going pharma, and they got like this government deal. Pharma is money. Once I wanted to buy stocks, the price never moved. Bought the wrong stock, like 1K US dollar. Rise from the dead. Yeah, they call it film, black and white. Yeah. Not only that, but also got colors. But I remember when I was younger, my mom took photos. Then she had to open like the back of the camera, like open it and take out the film, and then put in a new one, then put a strip in, so that it will go around. And yeah, I have lots of them. Like that's like back in the days how the family photos was created. There was no memory stick that big, that back there, people. Literally physical photos. And but why I've used Kodak once, and I think it was just for photocopying, nothing else than that. Like, so I wasn't really their customer, but I was one there. But another part, okay, so that's really what happened to Thomas Cook, to Kodak, was an old company who never innovated, who has physical stores, never went full online, and they were just stuck in the past. And now you have all these kind of free delivery thing services, not free delivery, but you have the delivery service. You just go online, you send things in, things goes back in the mail, you're done. Everything offsite. You have one site where everything is produced. So much more efficient. New generation will not understand it. Yeah, true. iPad, iPhone generation. Euro USD on monthly time frame trend line. Euro dollar was, I think I've said 1850 on euro dollar. So funny. So yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I didn't have a phone when I was younger. I'm that old. I had a Pac-Man computer. We have DOS. When you do like this, you like. Oops. You only use the arrows. And there was something called. Is it flash disks? Floppy disks. You put it in, and then when you want to go online, you have like this sound. Ivan, are you using the internet and you're not allowed to? Like, you couldn't go online without being noticed. So, and it was charging a lot. It was, what was it, 10 kroner for a meg or a kilobyte or something? It was back in the days. Anyways, Forex people. Short recap. Wait for, it's bullish, wait for pullback, bullish, wait for pullback, bullish, wait for pullback, bullish, wait for pullback, bullish, was it pullback, bullish, wait for pullback, bearish, wait for pullback, bullish at pullback. Yeah, so I think that's where we're going. Okay. Like, but literally people, I saw on TikTok, I was Instagram or something, where they were giving cassettes. You know, that one that you put into the CD player, like back in the days, and then you can go forward and back, and then it's like 2 round things in it, and then you can record on it. They don't know what it is. Like, is it wireless? Does it talk? Like, kids nowadays doesn't know what the cassette is. Cassette, what is that? This one. Tape. Yeah. That. They don't know what that is. They're like, what the heck is happening here? Like, what is that? So, yeah, those are back in the days, people. Claudia says, well, we are far off, people, I know. We're far off. Claudia says, in monthly time frame, it looks down. I don't know where you're looking at. Sorry. It's far. It's bullish. Sorry. Yes, it was, but there was a policy change here, people. A policy change. You're gonna... Yes, I did. Well, I did Euro New Zealand, and I wanted to come a bit lower. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I need to go now. There's expecting visitors and stuff. Soon. But yeah, we're gonna have lots of talk about cola and back in the days. But yeah. I think this is my first phone. Just for, I think it's called Motorola. With antenna. Flip. I think this is like my first phone or something, people. I'm not joking with you. This is like back in the days. Okay. Okay, I will do one last thing. Pound New Zealand and pound Aussie. I will do that, and I will say adios, amigos. I will see you tomorrow if you want to go. So what do you want to see? Well, first of all, you have just resistance and support. Nothing matter. You seem to have broken lower, so this looks bearish. I don't know what the target is, but it's not a good trade. It's not a good deal. It's not moving at all. So I wouldn't trade. I would just let it go. Well, as its support resistance now, cool. If you want to sell it, sell it. What's your target? I don't know. Back down here to 180. Cool. That's what I do. No shady than more, not less shady than that. 50 pips stop loss. Cool. Pound New Zealand. Come back up to 199. Sell off. Okay. Someone says it's both longs. I don't know where you get that from. That's both bearish. Okay, cool. I love you guys. We shall see you guys through each other tomorrow. I will bring some music. I will try to back up my game. And you guys need to subscribe to this channel. But yeah. Awesome. Take care.